parents will come in asking if we can kind of prove to them that their daughters are virgins, and so it's not something that we can prove. And also there's a certain level of it that just violates people's autonomy and their privacy and what have you. But it's difficult for people to kind of hear that, because that virginity means something to them, that if they have lost it, then that changes the way that they see their children. And they're expecting maybe there's going to be some type of vaginal exam to examine whether someone has a hymen or not. But I mean, there's so many reasons why someone's hymen can break, and it could just be horseback riding, it could be riding a bike, it could just be walking down the street, it could be you weren't born with one that looks the way that people expect it to. So there's a lot of things that they're expecting that aren't going to happen, and I can't imagine that any doctor's going to be like, sure, we'll check for you. That's why it is so important to kind of have parent and child communication on these issues, so that they can kind of address in a way that's not, let me take you to a clinic and make sure that you're a virgin. Another way of people kind of maintaining that virginity is not necessarily looking for a pelvic exam, but looking for people to scare them out of having sex. So they'll bring them in preemptively, so they can let's get the scary parts in about STIs and how someone may leave you, or they may I don't know, all sorts of things, but kind of scaring people out of sex initially.
Scared pure?
Yes, basically, yeah, it's being scared pure, that's kind of what it is. It's something that has looked differently over time, and that it made virginity, even the concept of virginity meant something differently maybe even 30 years ago than it does now. And so when we live in this culture where the value that we place on sex is so complicated and it's so conflicting, where it's something that we use to sell things, yet at the same time we say it's dirty and horrible and maybe you should save it for marriage, or you should save it for marriage, it's kind of good that we're kind of breaking through that complication.